y'all listening to an episode of Fandom Station. I'm your host Matt, and this is my co-host Ava Deeds.
Hello.
Alright, so recently we got through a very series for Danmachi Season 5. That went well. Yeah, everything went smoothly for the most part on our side. The production schedule for the show was kind of bumpy here and there, but overall it was a great season, and we enjoyed talking about it a lot, and it was cool. It's cool to have everybody enjoy another season of Danmachi and get to discuss it again. So looking forward to another season if that happens. Hopefully, not sure when, but yeah. So now that's over, we probably go back into more general topics, general anime discussions, general video game discussions, general where we feel like discussions. We were just thinking about what to do next, and we were like, yo, we never talked about just anime in general without going and doing a review of it. Not anime, one anime specifically. And we're like, what's one anime that's kind of relevant right now? We both watched and seen fully, and Fire Force just came to mind. And actually, Soul Eater came to mind, but then even though you haven't seen the Soul Eater fully, have you?
I have not yet fully finished.
So my mind immediately went to Fire Force because it's made by the same person. And I was like, yeah, we've both seen that up to season 2. It only has 2 seasons, and next season is coming up soon, in the spring. So I thought it'd be cool to do.
Oh my goodness. It's only 2. I thought it was 3 seasons. Fire Force has gotten snubbed.
Yeah.
How has Fire Force not already been at the final season?
I think next season is kind of the final season, but it's gonna be in 2 parts.
Such a weird thing.
It's 2. We've both seen the 2 seasons, and we've been waiting forever for the next season to drop. So I thought it'd be cool just to refresh everyone's memory and do another retrospective like we did with Danmachi before that came out. Alright, yeah, so how much of you Fire Force do you remember?
If you bring it up, I might remember it.
Okay, so it's like a multiple choice test. If the answer's on there, you might remember it.
Yes. A, B, C, or D. It's in my head. Yeah. If we go to E and beyond, I don't know if I'm gonna remember that.
Okay. I'm kind of the same for the most part. It's if you mention it, I'm like, maybe it's like a true or false. For me, if you mention something, maybe I'm like, I can remember if it happened or not. I was like, okay, that definitely didn't happen. Shinra definitely didn't blow a hole in the Statue of Liberty. I was like, that. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. Arthur didn't go into space. He didn't go into space like that. I'm pretty sure that didn't happen.
That's what you think.
Okay, so before we get into that though, let's go into the news like usual. And the first thing I have is Battle Spirits card game gets new TV anime series. I don't know much about Battle Spirits. I just know it was a card game that came out a long time ago. Wasn't too successful, and then they brought it back at least maybe once or twice. Just thought that was cool mention, because I kind of want to look into this card game again. Well, not again. I just never. Yeah, I've heard about it a few times recently because I've started getting into card games more, but I haven't actually looked into it yet. Next thing, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World 3 anime gets sequel. Sequel announced in new bonus stage OVA screenings. Okay, so that's interesting. It's weird how they phrase it. It's getting a sequel to its 3rd season. I'm like, wouldn't it? Why don't you just call it another sequel to the original show? But
that's just the sequel 4, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool. Next, Record Ragnarok anime gets 3rd season. I used to be a big fan of this manga. It's about legendary heroes fighting it's all about it's about legendary heroes fighting gods in this battle royale to decide the fate of humanity, whether humanity should die or humanity should live for like another like 1,000 years or so. So it's really cool, and it's like imagine like Baki or King Ashura, but with like mythological figures, like, legendary people just duking it out with like their fist and like just other martial arts. Yeah. Okay. So next is All You Need Is Kill science fiction novel gets anime by Studio 4 Degrees Celsius. The studio sounds familiar, but I'm not sure what else they've done.
I'm pretty sure we've seen something by them.
Yeah, probably. Anime to retell story from different viewpoint than novel. Hollywood's Edge of Tomorrow adaptation. Okay, you've heard The Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise? That movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is like, it was based on a Japanese novel, and
I did not know that.
yeah. The novel was called All You Need Is Kill, and this apparently is an anime that's gonna give a different viewpoint than that movie did. So that's cool. And now, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond game releases on June 17th after delay, and they got a new trailer. Now I'm not really sure what this is. Have you heard about this game, Shadowverse Worlds Beyond?
No.
Looks cool. I can't really say much about it. It just looks cool. I imagine it's like a new like console kind of game, like in addition to like the mobile game. But yeah, might be interesting to check out later. But yeah, well, anything else to say about the news? We can move on to the Fire Force retrospective. So, how much do you remember about season 1 of Fire Force?
I remember the first season was a lot of setup for what would later happen. Introduced pretty much all of the characters besides like 2.
Okay.
That we get introduced to in season 2.
Okay.
Well, 3 because the whole thing.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go over a little bit and like maybe we can add more. I'll just go with what that first episode is called. Maybe I'll go with what the first and last episode of each season is called. But the first episode is called Shinra and really like using IMDb's reference here. So the first episode is called Shinra Kusakabe Enlist. Let's go over what exactly Fire Force is for people who may not have seen it or like heard about Fire Force before. So how would you like summarize Fire Force? In your own words.
In short, Fire Force is a world where supernatural fire kind of powers the world. Some people have the gift of being able to use that power. Other people are corrupted by it, and they can become infernos, something like that. I can't remember what they called them.
I think it was Infernals.
Infernals, yeah. And that's sort of the job of Fire Force. They're the equivalent of firefighters. They go out, stop the supernatural appearances.
Yeah.
Fight the monsters.
Yeah. Just quick warning. There might be a lot of fire puns depending on how much I think about. Cause I'm always cooking some up. They fight fire with fire. They take firefighting literally.
Literally. A weird thing that I never thought about until now. Whereas, like, in a lot of stories, they would be heralded as heroes or, like, the strongest or something. They're just, like, normal firefighters. Like, no one pays too much attention to them. They come help. They do their job.
Yeah.
They're showered with praise at that moment. But, if you were to see one, like, on the street, you wouldn't be like, yo, it's the firefighter. Like, no.
I think that's pretty realistic. That's how it is in our world, too. With, like, a lot of different things. Like police, firefighters, like a lot of public service people who do like some really incredible stuff from day to day, especially firefighters with how dangerous the job can be. We're just like, that's just like a normal person. They're just doing a job. Like it's awesome they do it, but they're not celebrities or anything in the town. However, so
I think that's weird. people that save lives are treated worse than people that you watch for entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is kind of upside down, isn't it? You know, yeah, but it's just how it works. It's just like I couldn't explain it. I'm like I'm not a sociologist, so I couldn't really explain how it works. But for some reason, we treat that as, I mean, it has to do with news coverage, really. Like, I think the way the news covers it, they don't, like, people who go into this bit line of work don't actually really want to be famous, right? So they don't, it's not really prioritized. And what's prioritized is like the coverage of the event, make sure people are safe. Ball with celebrities, the prioritization is the entertainment value. It is trying to elevate these people that you see on the screen to a different level, so you watch more of their stuff. So I think it's just like the priorities are different.
I get it.
Yeah.
But give me a show about firefighters and I might watch it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like talking about like a live show, like live.
Yes, like Cops, bro.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, I think they do, and also if they did, it might be way more. I don't know, tragic. It just seems like, I was like they deal with they deal with one thing. That one
I mean,
thing
not
is like
everything they do is bad though. Like,
yeah, but like the most
people call firefighters for multiple reasons.
Yeah, you're right.
All the firefighters.
Okay. This is way off track. Let's get back to the synopsis. So, from what I can remember of Fire Force, off the top of my head, is that everything was normal. It was like our world, right? Until this great cataclysm happened. I think it was called the Great Cataclysm too, where most of the world like burned in the fire. Like civilization was just like when like everything started combusting in flames, and somehow I forget how. I think it was just somehow somebody was able to like. I think it might have been like their religious figure was able to like save the world and prevent the fire from taking over everything. And in the midst of that, a lot of the world is now like decimated, and there's only a few places they're like back up and running. And one of those places is Japan, which has transformed into like this imperial like nation, and like very Western now, where a lot of people from around the world have come to Japan is because it's a safe haven. Part of that reason is because of this power plant they have that provides energy for like the whole like nation. And another I would say, I'm not sure if they don't have it in other parts of the world, but they definitely have it in like Japan, is that they have this organization of firefighters who I think they called fire soldiers, and actually fire soldiers who fight these infernos who start popping up after the Great Cataclysm happened. And they are part of this they're part of like this generation. These generations of pyrokinetics. Do you remember this thing? The different generations of pyrokinetics?
No.
Okay, so after the Great Cataclysm happened, for some reason or another, people started gaining pyrokinetic abilities. They're called pyrokinetics, and they come in like 3 different like forms. You have the first generation, which is like the infernals, and these people.
Oh yeah, I do.
These people don't really have fire powers anymore. Like they just turn into fire monsters, and this is where they bring up like the fear. They bring up a lot and it was like intro to the episodes. Like people are really afraid spontaneous human combustion. In this world, that's a very big fear because it happens just randomly to people, or they'll just spontaneously combust. And when this happens, they'll turn to infernals who are just like monsters.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's supposed to happen when your stress reaches a like all-time high.
I don't remember that. It really seems just like it's random. It's just random thing.
I feel like it was something like that because I remember the opening. There are very few shows that I watched with like openings that had like fire force. Like Ishura had one. I think Fairy Tail.
Like they bring up how people are afraid of like what the number one's like. One of the number one fear is like fire, but it has nothing to do with stress from what I can remember. It just happens randomly. Nobody knows when it happens or why it happens until like you get further into the show, of course. Also, spoiler warning for like all the seasons of Fire Force out right now, which is 2 seasons, unfortunately. But like, Yeah, this we're going to be discussing spoilers as much as we can, like much as we can remember about the show. Yeah, so going back to what I was saying. So there's three generations. One is five monsters called Infernals. Which is just people randomly combust into fire, and they turn mindless monsters who just randomly destroy stuff. Well, they randomly destroy stuff, but also some people have acted weirdly. I remember it was like the first episode maybe, or maybe one or two episodes, where one of them just sits there in their house, and it just seems like they're just waiting to be destroyed. But for the most part, they just go around like destroying stuff. And then there's the second generation, and this generation is the people who can control fire, like existing fires. You remember this? Or the Maki? Maki, you remember?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the crew is second generation.
Yeah, it seems like second generation is way more common because I imagine it's been around longer. So yeah, because like most old people are like second generation, I think. And the second generation, it seems like it's kind of weaker because they can't create their own fire. But as you go on, they figure out there's like actually kind of avenge they have over the third generation. And now the third generation are people who can like create their own fire, and use it in various ways. So, and then there's also like a combination generation, which is like so far I think we've only seen one character. I'm just gonna go ahead and just drop them. Benimaru. Not really go in chronological order. Sometimes. Yeah, Benimaru, he has powers of both the second generation and third generation, which means he can control outside fires and he can create his own fire. You know, with the second generation, it seems like they can't create their own fire, but it seems like they have way more control and creativity when it comes to like the fires they can manipulate. Like can do way more stuff and variation than the third generation. In the third generation, it seems like you have like one set ability, and then that's pretty much it. You can't really do anything else with fire besides that one ability, but you can create your own fire.
I think Arthur and Shinra shouldn't count towards third or second, should they?
They are third generation. Arthur creates his fire sword, and Shinra creates fire from his feet. So they both are third generation.
Yeah, but their abilities far exceed that of what a third generation should do.
Not really. Not bad.
Brother. No.
Wait, no. Wait, but let me continue. Let me continue before I say anything. Before you say anything. Shinra, he's different. We all know he has the Dolbors, but that's not exactly another generation. Maybe it is. Maybe there's something else in the manga I don't know about. But that's not exactly. It's like there's another thing on top of him being third generation. And then you have, Arthur? He's Photon Sword is like not out of the realms of like what you can do with like a third generation. We have people like the chief, the main chief guy of all the fire soldiers. He has really crazy powers. You have like one of the other chiefs who can like manipulate people's minds using fire. Like there's like a bunch of crazy stuff you can do with like third generation power. So I don't think his is out of the realm of possibility. But Shinra, yeah, definitely, you got a point. But that's like non-generation thing. That's a Dola burst thing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Okay, go on.
But Sho doesn't use a Dola burst, does he?
He does. He also has a Dola burst as well.
Oh.
Yeah. See, sometimes you just gotta let me cook, man. You just gotta let me cook. Like, just let the fire sit for a little bit.
If I was wondering what Shinra's ability is that makes me question it so hard, his default ability is essentially increased speed, but he's during a fight with his brother, Sho, who will be mentioned later, he essentially upgrades his speed to a point where he can go through time. He gets to a point where he can literally just slip in between time.
You know, I'm not.
So even if time stops, he's not present at that moment. He's in. I think they explained it by him being sometime in the future, which is why he comes out later.
You know,
it's insane.
Yeah,
insane.
I'm not going to debate that. I'm just going to add more to it, where he goes so fast he breaks into like subatomic particles. And from what I got, it was like he was so broken up that time couldn't stop him, or frozen time couldn't stop him. But I don't know, just combine it. I definitely remember he broke up into the subatomic particle so he could go faster.
Yeah.
But it was a very confusing thing. Like Sho's ability also was confusing because he used like power entropy. I think he like steals heat from like the universe itself, and makes it like contract in order to stop time. It's like it's very crazy.
Yeah, so we have the brothers, one who can slip through time and one who can stop time.
Yeah,
Think of a
and
think of a crazer duo than that.
these are both fire-based powers, fire in quotation marks. I remember. I remember when this first show first started. That I was like, oh man, they can't do much. There's only fire powers in this, and then like they just started adding abilities. I'm like, that barely has anything to do. Did that guy just make ice? What? Wait, did she? Wait, like what? Is he using ash? Like what? Okay, I guess that's kind of fire. Wait, what?
Also, while Arthur was explained in a more moderate way because his isn't as insane as it sounds, Arthur gets his power with his imagination. The more he imagines himself as a hero, which would be obviously King Arthur, as in allude to his name. Allude to his name. The more he thinks about being a knight, he just does whatever the fuck he wants. So his power is also essentially extremely strong and shouldn't be considered first, second, third, or fourth generation. Like they should be their own generation.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can kind of see like maybe like a potential like fourth generation, but like Arthur's a little bit more tame. It's like it's not like he can do anything he wants to. It's just like he gets strong. He gets a buff. Like he basically gets like a mentality buff when he thinks about being a knight, and people convince him he's being knightly. He gets like a buff. It's like his sword literally gets like more flame added to it because of his imagination. But yeah, let's go into like this seasonal parts. So this is the one that's kind of like might be a little bit different than the other retrospective we did because like for the most part they're not really neatly. Each season isn't tied into like one particular arc. They cover a lot of arcs, and
I think both seasons were 24 episodes.
Yeah, both seasons were 24 episodes. Well, just about. I think there might be more. I'm not sure, but yeah, around 24 episodes. And like the first part of season 1 is Shinra. Like the first episode is called Shinra Kusakabe Enlist, and the first part is basically about Shinra enlisting to the fire force and becoming a fire soldier. He meets Arthur there. They're like Fire Force Company 8. It's like 8 companies, and Company 8 is like the newest. He meets Arthur there, who was also joining Company 8 like the same day. And he remembers Arthur from like when he was training as like a fire soldier back when he was a kid. Oh no, we didn't mention this before, but Shinra's whole backstory is that he was just a normal kid as far as we know. He had a single mom and he had a little baby brother. And one day like they got attacked by an Infernal, I think. I'm not sure if that was revealed in the early before. I think that was revealed, but like anyway, I think his family gets attacked by an Infernal, and he also develops his powers on the same day, and his house goes up in smoke, and then his mom and his brother are nowhere to be found, and he's just left there by himself with his newly found fire powers, and so he's
if I'm not mistaken, was the last shot him still in the house, or was it him standing in front of them?
I think it was him in the remains of the house or outside the house, but he's close to the house, and the last shot was like his feet are literally on fire because he just gained his abilities, and so he gets kind of blamed for maybe potentially killing both his mom and dad. His mom and brother. And then he gets a nickname, the Devil's Footprints, afterwards, and he gets basically taken to this like government facility to train, I guess, a fire force or offensive pyrokinetic offense, and gets put through that process, and eventually goes into like the fire force training program with Arthur, and now finally he's getting put in the Company 8 with the, I guess, the idea of just I'm not sure if he wants to destroy all fire infernos, but I think he just wants to like fight back at what caused him harm way back in the day, you know.
I honestly don't even think he has a goal.
Yeah, like I don't think he has like a set goal like that. It's just like he just wants to protect people
he
based on like his past. Like he's like I don't like Infernos. I don't like people dying to Infernos, so I'm going to become somebody who fights against them. I think it's as simple as that at the start.
Yeah, I think his goal comes into play in the second season.
No, it's the first season. I think I know what you're talking about. It's like his
long ass season.
His goal is to like get his brother back, right? Because he finds out he's back. He's lying. That's what becomes his goal. But at first, he just wants to protect people from Infernos because he dealt with that in his past. So yeah, the first season is him just like getting used to the job, meeting all these new allies. Oh man, I can't really remember. Do you remember the cast? Like the characters?
We had Maki. Damn it, what is his name? Dude with the glasses was.
I know you're
bro, I can't remember. You had
Hinawa. I think his name was Hinawa.
Hinawa?
I think his name was Hinawa. Yeah.
You had the dude with the glasses was the vice leader. Hinawa was the vice leader. I think Hinawa and the leader grew up together. Something like that. It's been too long.
I'm glad I do remember this part. Hinawa and the leader, I think they both got in trouble for digging too much into like the secret of the Fire Force, and they decided to start their own fire company. I can't remember the details exactly, but I remember that part at least.
Yeah.
So yeah, they basically they basically got burned, and they were like, okay, we'll make our own Fire Force company to discover the secrets of what's going on behind this shady organization. So yeah, we got I think the leader is Obi. I think his name's Obi, and Hinawa. That was like the main team. Later on, you get the mad scientist type with Victor. Who I thought was gonna be a villain, but it just turned out to be like a kind of a chill dude.
Victor wasn't there at first, also.
Yeah, he wasn't there at first. I think
Victor joined later.
I can't tell if it was season.
Because Victor and Joker are. It was season 1. Because Victor was with Joker.
Oh yeah, we also get Vulcan, who I just now think about. Vulcan reminds me so much of Wilf. Think about it. Just think about it. Like he's like the blacksmith's archetype. Got red hair. Like tall, like
Why is there no? This is off topic, kind of, but why is there no Fire Force game? There are like a couple of mobile games, but why is there no Fire Force game? That's weird. Fire Force would be the perfect beat 'em up.
I feel like it just doesn't have enough seasons. I feel like if it had more seasons, it would gain attraction to warrant that that game. I feel like with how they even, I feel like they haven't just been releasing enough. It hasn't stayed in people's minds long enough because they only got one season. I mean, only got 2 seasons, and they're very far apart from each other. So yeah,
it should.
So yeah,
it's stupid that it is.
So in the first season, he basically goes through he basically learns more about his teammates' past. Especially, I forgot there was.
Oh, you forgot the preacher.
I was about to, he got
the saint.
Yeah. There's so. I'm trying to see what, if I can find it. Is it? Do you remember her name?
No.
Oh no. She's a pretty important character. Might be more important character than we thought, based on some stuff that happens later. Here it is. Iris.
Oh yeah, Iris.
Yeah. So yeah, there's Iris. She's part of the team too. So that was also there's this unexpected religious aspect to this Fire Force organization, where they don't just see the people, the foreigners they're destroying as just monsters. They see them as actual people, and when they destroy them, they have to put them to rest to make sure that the souls go where they should be or go peacefully. Because there's this whole religion based on the sun, like the Holy Soul Temple, and the Holy Soul Temple basically gives out these nuns. I think they're just nuns. I'm not sure if they have priests. I think it's just nuns.
Yeah, they have priests. Because the dude was a priest.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I think there was one. There was one. It was a
I
guy.
think
There was a
there
guy.
might only be one, but there was at least one
Yeah,
previous.
I
The
think
dude
that.
that was in the church.
Yeah, I think there was one. So yeah, they give out these the religious people to like basically give out the rights to these funds before they destroy it and basically make sure they go on peacefully. And Iris is the one they have for Company 8. They kind of, it's very important for them to have one. Like, if they don't have one, they basically can't, like, destroy the fire people because, like, it's not seen as, like, morally acceptable.
Humane,
Yeah. So,
which is completely fair.
yeah, I
I
feel
don't
like,
think there was a single person that they introduced with the fire that was like, damn, he's an evil person. He
yeah,
deserves to be killed by the fire. Like they
yeah,
were all like
yeah.
just innocent people trying to live their lives.
Which
And they got
which adds, maybe you think, oh, this is kind of this is weird, doesn't make sense, but I feel like it adds a nice touch of realism and like um I don't know uh mm, I
I
don't
think
know.
it just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Because
As
the main
a
characters
touch
obviously can't get
as a
hit
touch of
with it.
realism and like sensibility, like this makes because these people, these are just regular people getting turned to monsters, and you can't, and they're not treating them as like, oh, they are just monsters. They're treating them like, no, we want to treat them with respect as much as we can. If we're destroying these people, basically the bodies, we need to do something to like to show that they are still they were people. So I think this is a cool addition they have here. Like, you don't see that a lot in other stores. Like, it's like, oh, they turn into a monster. We gotta destroy them with like with no like
That is a very big pet
sympathy,
peeve of mine.
with no sympathy.
I don't know. I hate that. I don't know why. Just when characters are turned into monsters or something, they're just like,
Yeah.
you gotta kill it. I'm like, brother, did you
Yeah.
not just like see what happened?
Funny enough, I think that is like it's a big thing in other shows where like somebody returns a monster and it's just like, wait, why? Wait, and then they're like, oh, you monster! Like, and especially if it changes their personality, and it's like, it changes their personality too. What it does. Like, it's like you can't really blame them. They're not really evil. Just like this is how it does. Vampire, when like people get turned to vampires or something like that. It's like, this is what happens when they get changed into this form. Yeah, but I digress. So basically, that's the whole cast. He learns more about Iris in particular, like in the first season, where because she has this sister, I guess. I can't think. It's like like a religious sister. She has this like how I don't know. She has like there's a fellow. She had somebody in there who's like a fellow like nun
A
to her.
fellow saint.
A fellow nun, like saying something else. It was like somebody that she grew up with who was a fellow nun, but their whole like collection of nuns ended up burning in a tragic fire, except for two of them. Uh, and Hibana ended up becoming one of the fire chiefs. So moving on, I think we've talked enough about this first part of the season. I'll move on to like the big part of this season. Big part of the season is that you find out about the
Evangelist.
and even how do you
Evangelist.
evangelists. They found out about the evangelists, which in the like they call them like the white shrouds or something, like the white with the white cloth people, white cloak. What do you call them? What they call them, like the white garb people or something like that.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I forgot. They didn't even have a good like name for them. It was just like I think it was just like the white guard people. I'll just call them that. They was like these white guard people. Basically, it's called.
It kind of don't matter because they don't introduce them anyway. They do introduce two that I thought were cool, and then they just ended up hoeing one of them like
they introduced
to an extreme degree.
they introduced like four members of it. I think
They introduced Archer. I think that was her name.
Oh, it's my season. In
The
season one, I don't think the Archer is not introduced. Arrow is introduced season one, is she?
Arrow. I think she is. She fights Benny. Is Benny Mara's second season?
Benny Morrow. I don't think he might. Yeah, he might be.
Because they fight. I'm pretty sure they fight Benny Maru before they get to the orphanage.
I'm looking through it.
Because
Yeah,
we
yeah,
first
yeah,
see
yeah,
them
yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
in
yeah.
the sewer.
Benny Morrow, he's in the first season, but I don't remember Arrow showing up in the first season. No, I think she was a new.
Because I remember
Oh no, you're right.
Arrow
Arrow,
and her
no, yeah, Arrow,
teammate.
you're right.
Yeah,
Arrow
Arrow and
does
her
show.
teammate.
Arrow does show up.
Arrow and
So
her teammate. Yeah.
the ones I was thinking about were there was
The
show
the
there
big black man.
there was there was show um the scientist who was a former he was like a chief of one of the fire companies, the one who uses electricity, and those there was I'm trying to think, was that another one? Yeah, I think that was
The big black man. Oh wait, what's he second to?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, they introduced him, and they also introduced the one with the fire fist as well. Yeah, like yeah. So yeah, so there was like at least four, and then I think they might have had Chiron. That's his name, Chiron. They might have had Chiron
Tyrone.
in
That is
there
the
in
movie.
the first season as well. But yeah, they introduced them. This is basically a cult of people who like worship somebody called the
Evangelist.
evangelist. They worship somebody called the evangel. Oh, that is such
Or
a
you could say evangelist.
That's such an uncommon word. They worship somebody who's called the evangelist, and their whole thing is they want to burn the whole world. They just want to continue the great cataclysm and like just turn the world into like a second sun. So they're crazy, and
I
nobody.
would. I'm gonna say this now before we get to it, because I'm probably gonna forget. Actually, I'm not gonna forget. The hate that this character draws to me burns brightly. Continue. I'll mention it.
You're talking about them. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. I know who you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about because like they are they're like the hate attracting character.
The
um,
worst mother.
okay, that's,
We might be thinking about two different people.
no, we're thinking about the same person. I know we are.
With the
um,
crown.
huh?
With the crown.
Maybe we're talking about two different people, but
Oh no, we might have been talking about the same person. I was
yeah.
trying to see if you was thinking of her, but
I,
no.
I, I,
If you were thinking of the other one, then yeah, yeah.
okay, I was thinking I was thinking about the person who they draw the line in the air and then bad stuff happens.
Such a fucking stupid bitch. I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, okay. So what was that? Okay, so yeah, this season they found about the white guard people. They found out about the invented list, and they find that and Shinra finds out that his brother is still alive and part of these white guard people, and they do want to turn the world into a second sun by engulfing it in fire completely. And they found out so much stuff in the season. They found out that there's also these
Oh wait,
bugs.
did you mention the girl with the crown?
The
Now that I
crown.
think about it.
The crown. I think so.
Over her eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, maybe we're talking about two different people then. I was talking about the person. I was talking about the person who introduced in the second season.
No, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. Have you mentioned her? Because she's kind
Yeah,
of
yeah.
important.
I mentioned her. She has electricity powers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I mentioned her. I mentioned her. The people I can remember from this season who were part of our White Guard people. So, where was I? Man. Yeah, so Shinra finds out his brother is still alive, and that becomes his goal, as we said before, throughout the series, is just the like reunite with his brother and get back on his side and save his brother in general and stop the White Guard people.
Oh, also, holy shit! This just made me realize Shinra did all of that in the first season.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
went from learning, or not learning, he had powers, but slowly increasing his power to traveling through time.
Was that the first?
Not through time, but
Yeah, you're right. That was the first season. Yeah, that was that was first season. That was
all of that was in the first season.
because
24
Benny
episodes.
Maru I didn't mention, but Benny Maru they mean Benny Maru who's like the strongest fire soldier they have. He's a combination fire soldier. He has both powers of third generation and fourth generation. He defeated is
The
really powerful.
GOAT!
Defeated this really powerful Inferno that like nobody else could like that almost nobody else could defeat. Leader of this retro Japanese society that this was in like the modern Western like Japanese empire. He's really cool, and he teaches Shinra these like hand signs he can do that basically boosts his power up to like incredible levels. And so much that allows him to do that like a atomic breakdown ability that allows him to move like at light speed. And yeah, so Shinra's whole goal becomes like saving his brother, in particular. That's his like specific goal, and there's like overarching goal for like everybody to stop the white guard people from like burning everything down. And
I
that's
like uh I like Benny Martin's character because
yeah,
he's just like he is the OP character in the show.
yeah,
But
yeah,
at the same time, there are a lot of OP characters. But
yeah,
Benny Maru is just
yeah.
the lazy motherfucker that don't have to try and he can just get shit
Oh
done.
no, oh no, he trains a lot. He trains every day. He's dedicated.
I know, but he's still lazy.
Yeah, in a sense, like I think he just takes it. I think he just doesn't mind napping in front of people in public. So he looks lazy, but I think he trains a lot.
Also, he has some of the coolest fucking techniques.
Yeah. Kind of, he makes using something that looks like brooms looks cool. Look cool. But yeah, let's move on to the second
Bro is
season.
just a witch.
Second season, I
Now
cannot.
the second season.
Second season, I can't remember much from this season. Oh wait, no, I do actually. So the second season,
We get second season starts with the orphanage or not an orphanage, the government organization that Shinra was in, I guess. Uh there's a kid, another kid that they showed him, but I don't know if he's going to actually do much.
oh yeah. There's another person who. So we find out. No, we found out. No, this comes after this one. So we found out there's a new character. I think this is the one we both said was really annoying.
Yeah, she's a bit.
This is pink hair character. This is pink hair character, and she has Andola voice as well, but she does not know that yet. But the white guard people do know that, and they come after her. So the big
Oh, fuck! They're pillars. I forgot. That's why they have a double burst. They're just they're this. That's why they're referred to as pillars. There's like
yeah
they're specifically needed for their end goal.
yeah they're basically like the for Jordan Ram. And I don't want to throw out. I don't want to throw. We've been pretty conservative with our references, so they're like the main MacGuffins of the series, like the people, the pillars, the Dola Burst people. I didn't mention Dola Burst because like the Dola Burst is a very mysterious thing. We don't really know how it works, what it really does. We just know if you have it, you're special. So then there's so many. This is like the select few people who have Dola Burst, and the White Guard people come after them because it has something to do with their big plan. But that is all very in mystery. You don't really as far as I know, we from 2 seasons we saw, we don't really know what they need it for, but you just know it's very important that they have them.
Yeah.
So the second season starts with like this big out battle for the next person that is found out to have a double burst, and she's like this pink haired character who was like very border life. I think I remember. She just like does random stuff just for fun, and like at first you think, oh, she's gonna be added to the new cast. She's gonna be a new cast, like new part of the main characters, and then slowly we find out like I think she like sets her own friends on fire when she finds out she has an ability, which basically works like she'll see like a start then finish line, like it's like 2 circles connected by line. The first circle is start and the next circle is finish, and if she traces this line, she can just set things on fire, which is pretty OP. I think it's like a remote combustion ability basically.
Yeah, I don't even. She doesn't even have a good reason as to like why she just went so
she's
straightforward with like bullshit.
Yeah,
I was bored. Like
yeah,
what?
she was just like
What?
she just imagined the. I think there was like one scene she just imagined the city being on fire, and just like that would be really cool. It's like yeah, she just
Like she's stupid.
Yeah.
And she's annoying.
Yeah, she's just like I think she does set one of her friends on fire, and man, like the white guard people coming after her, and so is Company 8, and I'm not sure how it all goes down, but she eventually on her own terms decides to go with the white guard people because she thinks it'll be more fun, and Alvin just becomes like a regular member of their side, and it's very seamless. It's not like there's not like no moral quandary or internal conflict. It's like, yeah, this is the side I prefer. I think I will have more fun on this side.
I pray, I pray that she gets done dirty.
Yeah.
I hope she goes out suffering.
And then when she shows up later, she's like, it's kind of eerie how much she just fits into their side. She's just like, yeah, she starts wearing the white gold clothes. It's like there's like, I guess because we didn't really get to know her before she changed. We're just like, oh, and now she's just a new member now. And after that, they go on to another person who's also a pillar. Wait, maybe I might be skipping over because I know there was another arc.
Are you talking about when they were in the tunnel? When they went to the modern city?
Well, I think that was actually
Or
season.
modern?
I think that was actually season.
Was that the
I think that was season first.
They were
Season.
underground?
No, I think that was the first season.
No, Maki got a power up. Wasn't that second season?
No, I think that was.
Also, you haven't mentioned Tamaki at all.
I didn't want to.
I like Tamaki.
I don't. So in the second season, after that, they go to this place called the Oasis, which is like outside of Japan. Oh, I see it right here. I'm looking on IMDb. It's on the Chinese peninsula, and it's basically they're trying to find out more about the spatial rift that opened up there.
Wait, isn't this exactly what I was referencing?
What were you talking about? No, you're talking about the Nether, which is in Japan. It's right.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely first season. Yeah, they might have gone there again, but like they went there first season. And,
I don't think they went there again.
Oh, maybe not. Okay. Well, anyway, so they go there. Shinra. They find out more about the Great Cataclysm. They found out this is this person that can give animals the ability to intelligence and the ability to speak. That happened, right? I didn't just imagine that, right?
I did not remember that. I did not remember.
Oh no, okay. That's what happens, right? I don't make this up. They find animals that can talk. This is like one of the things I brought up, like true or false, they go there and they find the animals that can talk. Like, oh, that happened, right? Remember, because they told them about the lady who gave them the ability and like came over there and like basically created like the fire special. There's like this special fire, like there's like a second like fire planet. You remember the fire planet I talked about in the beginning? There's like a second one over there on the Chinese peninsula. And yeah, I don't see. I'm looking at this in the episode synopsis. I don't see them talk about the animals, but they definitely were there. So yeah, and then White Garb the Funnel shows up too with horns, which is like there's only one, like two of them showed up before, and they attacked like Benimaru and his group, and there's another one with horns now, and Shiro somehow he manages to like defeat it using his like super atomic breakdown light speed powers, and then after we find out more about Joker. Joker is another character.
Oh wait,
we didn't talk about Joker. We found out more about
Oasis. Okay, you didn't mention that in Oasis he meets the evangelist, the woman.
Yeah, I did mention the mysterious woman in black robes. He doesn't meet the event. She's not the evangelist.
She's in a white robe.
No, she's in black robes.
The evangelist.
No, she's not the evangelist. She's somebody different. We don't know who she is.
Wait a damn second. Doesn't she mention the woman in the fire tower in Japan, where they are?
Yeah, they do mention her. Do you remember that we do see somebody who I think is the evangelist, and she looks like Iris from what I can remember, right?
It's at the wall. I don't know if she looks like Iris, but
she's blonde with like blue eyes, right? The evangelist.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, but this is somebody different. She has like a black robe and her eyes were like really weird, like had a bunch of lines in them. She's a different character.
Oh no, I'm not talking about her.
You're talking about the Avengers, right? I'm not sure when Shinra like first sees her, but he sees her. I think he sees her when he goes into his like when he goes light speed. I think he does see her when he activates the Dollar Burst one time, but I don't remember when that happened.
Oh, I'm pretty sure because they did the story, like the backstory for the wall or something, and she came out for the dude.
No, I
It was
don't.
some,
I'm just gonna say what I remember. I remember the black road woman, but I don't remember her actually appearing. The Evangelist ever appearing in person. Yeah. So anyway, they complete that mission. I'm not sure what they were actually doing there. Um.
also my boy Ogun.
Oh yeah, I was going. Yeah,
Shout out.
I was gonna bring up Ogun. Ogun, he's cool. We found out he has. He's from another. I think he's from the first company. He has this really cool ability where he can like use fire to enhance his. He goes into like this fire form mode where he can like increase his physical abilities, and he temporarily gains the same like firepower as like the chief of all the fire soldiers for a moment for like
He's a black man. He's
yes
a black man.
yes
Not tan.
yeah
He's not tan. He's black.
I was not gonna go into. I'm not gonna go into this. He has. I think his name is based on a god from Yoruba mythology, which is like West African mythology. Like his name is like the name of, his name Ogun is like the name of like an African god, so that's cool too. Yeah, so they meet him. He's a pretty cool character. I hope we can see more of him. There's also the big guy. He was introduced like last season, but this is a big guy. Wait, was Ogun
I don't even.
introduced first season? He might have been introduced first season too. I'm not sure.
Ogun. I don't think Ogun was introduced.
I don't know.
I
But,
think he was introduced at the beginning of the second
yeah,
season
but anyway,
because
I think
Shinra went to that company.
yeah, Shinra also is like is like big friends with like Ogun too. Like they know each other from like their training days. Yeah. So he's
The
just,
fat guy is weird because he's not fat.
yeah,
He's just
he's
very tall.
yeah. Also, he like has this running gag of like people will try to like attack him, and then they're like there's like spots where clearly he should be hit, but it's like no, it's just his coat is big. Like they'll shoot him dead center of his body, and be like no, it's just his coat that got hit. And it's like how that doesn't make any sense. Like where is his
That's
body?
not logical, brother.
He'll get hit dead center in like like his chest, and it's like no, that was just his coat. But anyway, after
I love
that,
that they show that. I love that he. Don't they have him like go back home to his farm
yeah.
or
Apparently, it's
something like
like
that?
yeah. Apparently, the place they go to is not far away from his like where he came from. It's like his family lives there too. So strange enough, this side character gets a lot more backstory than a lot of the characters. Yeah, after that, we get more of Joker's backstory. Joker is this mysterious, enigmatic figure who we think might be a villain at first, but it turns out he's actually a really good guy. He's like this spy type character who's just always looking around, trying to figure out what's going on his own terms.
I think Joker and Victor are.
We're like partners. They're
They
partners.
are, I don't think they could be considered good guys. They're just
I think
they
that
do
no.
what they want.
Okay, they're not bringing this D&D moral alignment chart. They're good guys. They don't.
They do what they want.
They do what they
It's,
want.
it's
Yeah, but it's also good. What they do is
look,
they don't like. They're not killing.
just because there's no reason to be a villain, don't make you a
No,
good guy.
no, no. I'm like,
automatically.
no. They literally are researching into like the white guard people. They are like tracking them down. They're like taking down evil people and doing research for in the name of good. All they're doing is they're doing this all for good intentions. Like, I mean, maybe Victor has like some kind of like scientific like interest in there, but like Joker at least is doing this with good reasons. But yeah, they're good people. Like, I'm not sure why you're saying they're like great. They're not like great characters or anti-heroes. Maybe anti-heroes, but they're not like evil or anything. They're mostly on the side of good. They're
I
just
never said they were evil.
they're just sneaky. Yeah, I mean, I don't even say they're not even like morally gray. Really, they're just sneaky. They don't like just like I can't name any bad thing they really do besides maybe killing people like the Punisher or something. But besides that, they're pretty on the side of good.
I had a reason for feeling like this, and I don't remember because it's been so long since I watched this stuff. But I'm keeping that feeling, and whenever the next season comes out, I'm gonna be validated.
Yeah, they're gonna just do something. Well, they can't wait. You can't just validate on something that doesn't happen yet. It's like this. I think this character is bad. I think this character has done evil things or bad things, and then like they do something bad. It's like wait, they didn't do anything bad before.
It's all up to intuition, brother.
Alright, so like, let's I think we're getting pretty close to the end of this retrospective. So like we find out there's another pillar after they go to Oasis to find out secrets about the and more about the evangelist, because I think the main big things are that they found out there's another like fire plant, and they find out there's another person who has a connection to Adela Burst, who isn't like a pillar though, who can create these or has some connection to these fire plants. Or I think she at least was able to like either find it or locate it or like activate it, or she made it herself. But yeah, those are two big things they found out when they go to this Oasis place. And when they come back, they're going to hunt for another pillar. White Guard people are trying to find them too, and they find it's like this it's this person who has like kind of like nuclear powers, and they're being kept in this fire facility to just research and understand the powers. And they have somebody monitor them who's like this. He's like this ash ninja, where he can control ash, and like make it form like swords and like smoke bombs stuff. So he's pretty cool. But he's really like negative and cynical. So it doesn't seem like he's a good guy, but I think he's a good guy. Like he'll say something like, I enjoy misery, or I enjoy beating people up, and then he'll just like say.
Are you talking about the bullet?
I'm talking about the guy who protects the last pillar we see. He has the ash.
Yeah,
He has ash.
bullet. Well, he's introduced as a
Oh
bullet.
yeah. He calls himself a bully. So he's like bullying people that are weaker to him. But he ends up being a fairly good guy. He ends up being a fairly good guy in the sense that he protects people he's supposed to be protecting. He ends up. So when this pillar, he's like emotionally unstable, and when he ends up like almost like destroying like the whole like section of the city they're in, almost or something. He ends up like basically, I think he ends up like bullying him down, and basically like just like trash talking him enough to where he just like calms down, and basically was like, oh yeah, I mean, it was like some kind of speech was like, you're young, so you don't really know anything, so you need somebody to like tell you what's what, and like put you in your place or something like that. Don't worry about all this other stuff, because that's not even what, because you don't have the ability to do that. And basically like makes him slow down. It's like, okay, like that's how it went, right?
I cannot remember completely.
Okay, I can't remember. That's what
It was brother. Why has there been no other season of Fire Force until this long? Fire Force has been around since 2019.
Yeah, him being able to like talk him down, protect the last pillar, basically the defense of the White Guard people. Like this guy, the Ash guy is this pillar's guardian, and they don't need to protect him because this guy already has covered. So they basically just like give up. They're like, okay, he's in a good spot. We don't need to protect him. We'll just have him there for safekeeping. And that basically like that was off that situation. Then we go into this little mini arc with like Maki when her family is trying to like get her take her out of like the military because they're worried she's going to get hurt. Or we found out her father is like this big general guy in the army. Yeah, and the rest of the season is like kind of just set up for the next season. Like there's another big fight. They go into another game. I'm looking here. Oh yeah, they go into another. I'm looking at like the episode. They go into another.
Do you know the name of the girl with the crown on her eye?
I don't know the name of her. I can try to find it if I can. She might not even have a name actually. I guess she probably does, but I don't know what it is.
I think she does. I think it starts with an I.
You might be right. Okay, let's see. Oh, her name is Hamiya.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
you forgot to mention that Shinra's little brother has been under mind control from Hamiya since Shinra versus Show.
Probably even lower than that, but yeah, Show's not a good spot right now. He's in the second place.
It's like, brother, she starts playing dress up with his body, bro. Like it's bad.
She's like, I think he, I don't know if they put him on the freezer permanently or not, but they might be. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's like, she just keeps him like that, like most of the time until they send him out on missions, or he's just fully not doing any missions now and just fully like that in the state. hope. I mean, I'm really either scenario isn't that good. Just hope. Hope, but he is coming around. They meet again a few times, and Shinra seems like has gotten due to him a little bit by the point of last season. So yeah, I
It
mean,
was Shinra getting through to him that caused him to get mind control. Because Sho started to want to go back to Shinra,
yeah,
and
he
then
started getting in his past and stuff. Um, how does the season end? I forget. Oh yeah, they go into another again, have one big final fight. Uh, and yeah, and then they just go into like a training arc, setting up for next season. There's nothing really there's no there's nothing really big that the season ends off on. It's just set up for the next. Yeah, and that's kind of where we left off to just let me look at the first episode. Okay, so the first episode is how Shin Kosukabe list of the season one. Season one is titled Shin Kosukabe list, and then the last episode of season one is called The Burning Past. Okay, and then first episode of season two is called A Fire Soldier's Fight, and then last episode of season two is called Signs of Upheaval. So yeah. So I think from what the last episode is, I'll just looking at it right here. It's the same. It seems like Ben Maru is training Shinra and Arthur, or to gain something called hysterical strength, and they're trying to figure out the mysteries behind the Dola burst. So yeah, that's where we left off. So now we're waiting for season 3, which I think should come out in spring season. So any other overall thoughts you have about Fire Force in general? Bro, I know I missed some. There was lots of we didn't talk about, but didn't want to take too much time. But it's there's the different fire chiefs. Each fire company has its own fire chief, and then also all the fire companies were led by 3 factions. You have the firefighters, just regular firefighters, and then you have the military, and then you have this company, which is like a tech company. These 3 factions control the fire companies, and Company A is being run by the fire. It's being overseen by the firefighters. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But no, let's leave those discussions out there to be talked about later. And yeah, but this show is really good. I like a lot. There's a lot to it. Wish it had more consistent schedule. The manga's already over, but
manga's been finished for a while.
But I think the anime is going to continue next season when it's going to wrap up next year, in 2026.
Yeah, hopefully they finally bring it to an end.
Yep. Yeah. What about you?
Also, didn't I hear something about Soul Eater getting reanimated?
Maybe. You might have seen something about it. I don't know about this moment. How would you rate Fire Force overall?
8 out of 10.
I'll go with that too.
I do love Fire Force. I don't think it's great enough to warrant a 10 or a 9. I would probably, I'm very finicky. I would probably give Slime a fucking 9 out of 10, in all honesty. And as far as 10 out of 10s, that's very hard to judge.
Alright, okay, got any other thoughts?
I just need to say this because I've been thinking it for a while. I do not like how she did Arrow, bro. Arrow got disrespected. That made me feel so bad for her character.
Yeah. I mean, what you talk about. Arrow started cool, and I think she still is cool, but that was a really bad scene for her. I guess I'll mention Burns now, the fire chief. I've mentioned him a lot of times, but I haven't really broke down his story. He's a pretty interesting character too. I like that. Yeah, I thought he was gonna be evil, but he actually is a good guy too.
Wait, who?
Chief Burns, I think his name is Chief. He's the main chief.
The masochist.
Huh? No. Chief Burns.
Which one's the master?
I don't know. Chief Burns. I'm talking the main fire chief. The guy who's with the eye patch and the white hair.
Is he for one?
Huh?
For Company One?
Yeah,
Is he
he's the leader of Company One. He's the leader of the whole company, the whole like Fire Force company. Yeah. Maybe because he hasn't got a crazy fight yet, but like he's a pretty big deal. He's a really big deal. But yeah, he's a cool character too. And yeah.
What is the old man that Shinra fought
I
and he tapped into like
I
the Adola thing?
I don't know. I mean, I know who you're talking about. He's like another. I think he's another fire chief. It's like I don't know what company he's from, but I know who you're talking about though. He did tap into the Dola until the Dola, not a link burst, but the Dola. There's like the Dola burst and there's a Dola link, and there's two different things. Dola burst is like the power certain people have, and Dola link is like just connecting to that power. So you don't have to have a Dola burst to experience a Dola link. Because Benimaru experiences a Dola link, I think, and he doesn't have a Dola burst. Okay, so yeah, I think that was a good retrospective. I think that was a good refresher. Was it a good refresher for you? I think it was for me.
No,
Really?
it was not for me.
Really? Like,
There's a lot that I'm missing, like in between,
wait,
that I
okay.
cannot remember.
What are you missing?
It's not like important. I guess this was a good refresher for like the main bits.
Like,
I'm more so
is it
trying to
like
remember like
the smaller stuff?
yes.
Yeah, this is supposed to be like a good overview of like the big arcs. Like if I would just divide them, like you have the initiation arc when he's first joining the Fire Company. Then you have the arc where they're learning more about the White Guard people, and they find out about like the fire bugs that can turn people into infernals. Then after that, the third part is like they go into the Nether. Shinra has found out his brother is still alive, and they're really trying to figure out the mystery behind the Holy Soul Temple and the Fire Force companies. Then season 2, they go. The fourth one is they are going after pillars, trying to like get the pillars on their side so they can prevent any disaster and protect the pillars. That's like the fourth major arc I can remember. And then the fifth one, they go to the Oasis to find out more about the power plant that powers their whole nation. And they found out there's another one there, and it's a mysterious person who has connection to the Delaverse. Sixth arc, they go back. There's another pillar they found out about they need to protect, and he ends up just staying where he is in this fire facility with the person who can protect them, and the the Ashen guard. He becomes his guardian and is respected by both Company 8 and the White Guard people. Seventh one is a little mini arc with Maki. Her family is trying to keep her away from battle to protect her because all the dangerous stuff she's been in lately. And she takes a few episodes to decide what she really wants to do. And she even quits Company 8 for a while, but she comes back eventually when they need her help. And ninth, kind of bleeds into a few where memory shake on this one, but they basically go back into the Nether again. They fight this giant inferno where everybody's help. I think Maki comes back to help out, and then afterwards they end up training with Benimaru to get stronger. Arthur and Shinra end up training with Benimaru to get stronger, and just a continuation of the mystery of what's behind all this, the people turning to people combusting into flames, the generations, the Dolaverse, and then the power plant, just figuring out what's going on in general. And all the while, Shinra was trying to get his brother back, Sho. And big thing I didn't mention, but Shinra finds out that his mother, well, at least we found out that his mother turned into an infernal. But she was like a nice infernal. She didn't attack anybody. She had Sho in her arms, and she might still be alive as an infernal. And so he wants to not only save his brother, but potentially see if he can save his mother as well. And yeah, that's my overview of the show in general. I hope that helps people understand the show going into the third season.
I have nothing to add to that.
Okay. All right, so I think it's a good spot to end it. I'll see you on the next one, travelers.
Adios.